afternoon baseball from the Coliseum. Big crowd expected as the A's wrap up this homestand. Ryan Sweeney's in the lineup this afternoon. And the A's will face Clay Buchholz, pretty good young right-hander. So it's game 2 of this quick 2-game series. It's the Boston Red Sox and the Oakland A's coming up on Comcast Sportsnet, California. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Ray Fossey, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, when a guy is really hot as a hitter, they talk about Little League numbers or cartoon numbers. Well, we got some cartoon numbers for it. It has to do with the A's starting pitching, Ray. These guys have been unbelievable.
Well, it's fun every time a different one takes the mound. Gio Gonzalez today, but Brett Anderson last night. They've given up just one earned run in this homestand. 5 games, and Gio, of course, with a 0.47 earned run average. All these guys have done a tremendous job. It really helps the offense. Last night, of course, they scored 4 in the 8th inning, but these guys are tremendous. I've caught some good pitchers. I've seen all great pitchers, but I tell you, this staff has a chance to be something special. Last night, Brett Anderson, 8 innings of shutout baseball. Who knows what Gio can do today?
So 1 earned run, 32 2/3 innings. That's Little League numbers, right?
Yeah, that's you like those, though.
So is Gio Gonzalez. Ray said 0.47 after his first 3 starts. What can you say? He's been outstanding.
Well, the thing about Gio, he has the confidence. Dallas Brayton is not here today. He said he talked to him already, but Gio doesn't need to talk to anybody. All he has to do is take the mound, use his quality pitches. Whenever he's out there, that number 47 is special. And, of course, I always like those jerseys he's wearing on the alternate goal jerseys on the home games here. But Gio is a special pitcher, as are all the pitchers in this rotation.
So Gonzalez and Buchholz is your pitching matchup. Final game of the homestand. A's trying to sweep the 2-game set against the Red Sox. Keep it right here at the Coliseum. We'll be back with lineups and first pitch. A's, Red Sox coming up.
A's Baseball on Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by AT&T and by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Here they come. Now the A's take the field with the alternate green tops on. We like the look. It's the A's and the Red Sox. Final game of the series. Final game of the homestand for the Athletics. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission is free and the boardwalk is open for spring break April 16th until May 1st. 63 degrees, and it is just starting to drizzle right now. So possible rain has arrived.
Let's hope the head groundskeeper, Clay Wood, that's the business, has it. The tarps are covered. They either figure it's going to rain, we're not going to put them on anyway, or it's not going to be raining enough to have to worry about it. Let's hope the latter is the case.
Well, some of the fans actually heading back up under the overhang as it has just started to rain, and it's starting to rain a little bit harder. Here's the Boston Red Sox starting lineup for today. J.D. Drew will lead off. He'll be in right field. Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Gonzalez, Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis will DH today. Lowry, Scudero, Crawford, Veritek, Ellsbury. So some changes in that Red Sox lineup for today's game.
First start for Gio against the Boston Red Sox. Of course, a fantastic start to the season. Just one run that he's given up. That was a home run to a left-hander. Ryan Langerhans of the Seattle Mariners. That was in his first start, but he has been spectacular. 1-0 against the Red Sox. So Gio trying to finish out this series in the homestand on a positive note before the club heads to Seattle.
Defensively behind Gio Gonzalez today. Sweeney in left, Crispin center to Jesus in right, Kuzminoff, Pennington, Ellis, Barton third to first. Landon Powell will get the start behind the plate today. Gio Gonzalez on the mound. Stepping in is J.D. Drew, so we are set to go as the rain continues to come down. We're going to hope that it's just a passing drizzle, and it certainly looks like it is. First pitch of the game from Gio Gonzalez. Swing and a miss on a fastball.
First pitch.
Well, for Terry Francona, the manager of the Red Sox, he's got a lot of lefties in the lineup today, a lot of lefties on the team, so you have to play some of them. Ellsbury and Drew both in the lineup today. One leading off, the other hitting ninth. Youkilis is the DH, as you mentioned, instead of Big Papi. David Ortiz, the lefty, not in the lineup.
1-2 to J.D. Drew, who was not in the lineup last night.
And the two big guys, Gonzalez and Carl Crawford, are both in the lineup, and figure they're going to be in every game regardless of who's pitching.
Drew hitting .282 with no home runs and 3 runs batted in. Lays off the breaking ball. So full count with Pedroia on deck, and then Gonzalez top of the first. Strike 3 called on the outside corner with a fastball.
Well, for J.D. Drew, he either thought the pitch was out of the strike zone or he said at 94 miles an hour, can't hit it anyway, so I'm going to try to fake my way to first. But Gio just pounded this 94 heater right to Landon Powell outside corner and got the call from Mike DeMuro. Lou DeMuro, the late Lou DeMuro, the father of Mike DeMuro, of course, the Major League umpire back in the 70s.
First pitch strike.
Starting to rain in the booth. That's not good.
That never happens. There's a first for everything. Swing and a miss. Pedroia 305, couple of home runs, 6 RBIs.
Well, I'm sure Gio Gonzalez, when he grew up and goes back to Hialeah, Florida, probably some of this missed all the time, the rain, so he's probably pitched in this quite a bit. Father Max watching as always in Hialeah, watching his son Gio pitch today.
Breaking ball in the dirt, 3-1.
Well, so as Brett Anderson said about his curveball last night, he said it's back, and boy was it back. The 8 strikeouts all coming on the back foot curveball.
The count is 2-2, folks. There it is. Toward right field where DeJesus back, and he's got room. He makes the catch.
In the Dodge Charger keys to the game for Gio Ride, the starters. Amazing homestand. As I mentioned, just one earned run for the starters. Previous 5 games in which they've won 3. No home runs, double score runs, and that's right. The A's don't necessarily need the long ball because the doubles will drive in runs, as Matsui did last night. And A's are 5-1 in day games. That is a great record.
First pitch to Adrian Gonzalez is a bit low. Couple of hits last night for Gonzalez. The Red Sox had just 5 hits, and they were all singles.
Well, Gio's fastball lively today. That one at 93, and like Pedroia, whose fly ball went to the opposite field. Gonzalez a little bit late. Adrian, that is.
So 1-2 now to Gonzalez. Youkilis waiting in the on-deck circle. Sharp breaking ball. The Red Sox are 5-11 starting the season, and they have not won a road game yet. They are 0-7 on the road, 5-4 at home.
You know, they're always going to play well at home. Fenway Park is perfectly suited for them and the players.
Swing and a miss. Couple of strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez, so an impressive start for the young left-hander. A's come to bat in the bottom of the first, no score. For the Athletics is brought to you by Fremont Bank. So it'll be Coco Crisp leading things off, followed by Barton, DeJesus, Matsui, Sweeney's in left, and then Ellis, Powell, Kuzminoff, and Pennington.
Clay Buchholz on the mound for the Boston Red Sox, winless in 2011. Last year, a couple of starts against the A's. He lost both of those, pitching here at the Coliseum. But a very good young pitcher. It's good enough that the Red Sox signed him, locked him up to a long-term contract, and maybe thinking about it just a little bit as he pitches.
Right field, and that's hit well. Drew's back, he's near the wall, and it's off the top of the wall and gone. 1-0 A's.
Well, that's a great way to start a game. First pitch you see, you not only hit it well, but then hits the top of the wall. It has enough topspin that it bounces over the wall. But first pitch hitting, fastball, center cut, belt high, flat-footed, former Red Sox, Coco Crisp, thinking extra bases, shut her down. Clap the hands, take off the batting gloves, take the try.
Martin goes after the first pitch. Lowry near the A's dugout. He's got enough room. And that's out number 1.
Well, you cannot underestimate the power. Look at that flat foot. There is no stride. It just rolled over on the front foot. All upper body.
Number 12.
And crisp sound as it left his bat, and watch the top spin to the top of the wall right at the 367 mark. That's when you know you're going great. When you can hit a ball that it goes that way instead of bouncing back. Might have been a triple. He'll take it for the home run. 4th career leadoff.
David DeJesus, the hitter, 250 with 7 runs batted in the early going. Slowly towards short. Scutaro charges and he throws to first. Defensively for the Red Sox.
Batting fourth.
Ball game.
Designated hitter. Number 55.
Crawford, Ellsbury, Drew in the outfield. Lowry, Scutaro, Pedroia, Gonzalez on the infield. Veritek is the catcher. San Francisco Seals. Wow. That's an old-time jersey right there. Maybe they're honoring Sharks' big come from behind win last night.
So a gentleman today said, boy, really enjoyed watching the A's beat the Red Sox last night. Comcast. And said, but I couldn't turn away from the Sharks. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that was
he said that's maybe one that you can look at for the Sharks to come back. It's Stanley Cup time. So that is the case.
2-0 to Hideki Matsui, hitting .230, couple of home runs, 11 RBIs.
Last night, the A's have scored a run in the first inning. Took them another 7 into the 8th inning before they could add on with the 4 runs, thanks to a Hideki Matsui 2-out, 2-run double.
Change up in for a strike, high strike call.
See, Mike DeMille likes the high call.
Yep.
The high strike. A couple of low fastballs that have been at least look like strikes, but he is more of a high ball umpire, high strike umpire.
Not that time. It's 3-1. Matsui, a big 2-run double late in the game last night. And there's a walk. The A's record coming into today 9-8, so the win last night got them over the 500 mark for the first time.
Ryan Sweeney.
4-4 at home, 5-4 on the road as they get set to head out on the upcoming 7-game road trip. First pitch to Ryan Sweeney is inside, so Sweeney getting a start today. He's in left field. It's his 3rd start of the year, 2nd time starting in left.
As long as David DeJesus is in the lineup, although when Coco Chris got the day off, David played center field and Ryan Sweeney still played in left. I think they're kind of positioning him there. He could play all 3 outfield positions, which is beneficial to the A's, but David's been in right field with Coco in center, and Connor Jackson has been in right when he's played.
So 1-1 the count to Sweeney. A leadoff home run by Coco Crisp here in the bottom of the 1st. Bounced on top of the wall and then over. First home run of the year for Coco Crisp. Right center, Ellsbury's got room. And he's got it side retired. Coco Crisp with a home run, and we have played one at the Coliseum. It's the A's 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Home run by Coco Crisp, and the A's have a 1-0 lead over the Red Sox. Youkilis, Lowry, and Scutaro for Boston here in the top of the second inning. Gio Gonzalez had a couple of strikeouts in the first, and he's 0-2 on Youkilis. Youkilis, one of the better players in the American League when we see him often, but we don't see him look bad very often, and last night he really struggled with it. That's the Youkilis you know. He just waited on it and singles to right field. So leadoff hit for Youkilis. Well, the radio home of the Oakland Athletics is Sports Radio 95.7 FM, the Bay Area's only FM sports station. Join A's broadcasters Ken Korak, Vince Catrona, and Ray Fosse for all the action. Sports Radio 95.7 broadcast starts with the pregame show with Chris Townsend and the Bob Guerin Show. Following the broadcast, team's postgame wrap-up. Townsend returns to host A's Talk. That's the Oakland A's, coming to you on Sports Radio 95.7.
Brett Anderson last night with his 8 strikeouts coming on the back foot curveball, the right foot of the hitter. Gio tried to do it but left it up. That's why Youkilis got the base hit to right field. You have to bury it. You have to throw it hard. And even if you bounce it, confidence catchers can block it. The numbers for Brett last night, he was outstanding. There were 9 pitches. Said on the error that he made throwing to first base, all he had to do is just stumble, which he did, and stop, back up, go to the grass.
DeJesus into the corner near the wall. He leaps and he caught it, and it was a fair ball. First base umpire Andy Fletcher called it fair, and what a play by DeJesus as he crashed into the wall.
Well, it's amazing the way the ball is carrying to right field, and this pitch away from Jed Lowry. And he stopped thinking the ball was going to start slicing foul, but David DeJesus stayed with it right to the end, and the ball actually hit the pole, or the line that designates fair or foul, and right there definitely inside. And a tremendous play by DeJesus, and showing the umpire that he caught it and then fired it back to first, as Youkilis is a little bit unsure what happened.
Marco Scutaro swings at the first pitch. He has a base hit to right field, juggled out there by DeJesus.
Well, great concentration by David as he knew the wall was approaching, banged into it, and the fact that it was called fair, that's how important the catch was. hit very hard by Jed Lowry to the point that you thought it was going to keep slicing into foul territory. Meanwhile, the Red Sox hitters aggressively swinging at first pitch fastballs as Marco Scutaro did. So we might see a change. Landon Powell and Gio Gonzalez with the selection of the first pitch.
Fastball in for a strike to Carl Crawford. Crawford was 1 for 3 in last night's game. It's a very slow start for Crawford. And he's got a base hit left center field. Youkilis being waved home, and he will score. Digging for third is Scutaro, and the Red Sox have quickly tied up this game. Carl Crawford, an RBI single. So nice piece of hitting by Crawford.
Well, it kind of helped him with the curveball. Threw a fastball by him, and then the curveball really knocked that back, started, but came back a little bit towards the inside part of the plate. And Youkilis read it, and he was going to score, and on to third with Scutaro. Fortunately, the ball came back into second because Carl Crawford was thinking about going that direction.
Innings. So Crawford gets his third RBI. Here's Jason Varitek. Varitek 1 for 16 to start this season. Play. Jacoby Ellsbury is in the on deck circle. A run on 3 hits here in the second.
Idea trying to keep Carl Crawford close at first, and also trying to get Varitek to hit a ball on the ground to get 2 outs.
Varitek, a weak swing, and it's 2-1.
And you have to say Jason Varitek, and really the point of what he does offensively is a bonus for the Red Sox. His job is to catch his pitching staff.
Scutaro at third, Crawford at first, and that's a swing and a miss. 2-2. Fastball with a little tail on it, away from the right-handed hitter. Quick throw, and Crawford just gets back. Pretty good move by Gio Gonzalez. Full count, and we'll see if Terry Francona sends Crawford with 1 out.
Well, Landon Powell, if it is a strikeout, Landon's got a very quick release, and I'd say they would go through to second base, try to get that out.
Crawford takes off, swing and a miss. The throw does go through to second base, and Crawford's out. Strike him out, throw him on double play. Red Sox get a run. Bottom of the second coming up, tied at 1.
What a great play by Landon Powell. Carl Crawford, the speedster at first. Landon Powell did not even bother to look to third base. Immediately, a quick throw to second base. And it gets Carl Crawford sliding. One of the things here, though, the fact that left-handed pitcher Gio Gonzalez, maybe Carl Crawford could get the big jump because of it being a right-handed, but if it was left-handed instead, he's out by plenty. He never got his foot in. Come on, what are you looking at saying? Now you're going to get the umpires upset us.
Well, I was just saying it to you. I didn't mean you had to tell the entire listening, viewing audience. I was just saying it to you. It was a close play.
Yeah, it was close. Did you see Crawford as he approached second, kind of stutter step? He didn't run smooth and maybe trying to make sure he got his footwork proper as he slid in feet first. He's out by a good quarter of an inch.
No question. Now that I see it again, you're right. Good curve by Clay Buchholz.
But it did look initially like he was safe.
Yeah.
But that's a quick footwork of Landon Powell and a great defensive play. First and third, one out. Looks like the Red Sox are going to score.
How about Mark Ellis? Goes after that high pitch, slaps a single into right center field.
Well, high changeup, and Ryan Sweeney went after 2-1. This is 0-2 at 79. Up in the zone, and Mark Ellis got on top of it.
Number 11.
Another line drive to center field. Great hitting by Mark Ellis.
So second hit for the A's, and here's Powell. Landon 4 for 8 in the season. His third start.
These are 2-0 when Landon Powell has caught, and Bob Guerin was all spring talking about the depth of the club. Ryan Sweeney playing today, as well as Landon Powell. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Talented players. No reason to have them sit on the bench all day or early part of the season, especially.
Powell, good swing there, fouls it back. Nice crowd today. They're not a sellout, but most of the seats are occupied.
For Wednesday afternoon. That's outstanding. 25,000 last night.
Good lead at first by Mark Ellis. Clay Buchholz not sharp in the early going of this season. Coco Crisp with the home run. Buchholz gave up 4 home runs in his first start this year. That was against the Rangers.
How many did he give up last year?
Not a lot.
9. I think it was 9.
Was it?
He's already given up over half. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Well, look at those numbers from last year. And that was his first full year in the big leagues, and he had a great year. Second best ERA in the American League. All-star. I think he signed a contract basically identical to Trevor Cahill's contract. He signed that on the 10th of April. Good changeup, and Powell swings and misses. Buchholz has a good change, and you saw it right there.
Well, he'll throw at any count, and there he got it with the 2-2 to Landon Powell. And if he throws it in that zone, Ultra Bowl with the swing and landing way out in front and over the top, change up. 17 wins last year. Buchholz 173 and 2/3 innings, 9 home runs. And that's it. 120 strikeouts. So pretty good pitcher, and very wise of the Red Sox to lock him up.
Yeah. The contract is through 2015, so a 4-year contract. just like Cahill's through 2015, and club options for 2016 and 2017. Again, same thing as Cahill, and the money was about the same as well.
Well, and it probably, from the A's standpoint, it cost them some money because of the contract signed by Buchholz and Romero's Blue Jays.
And I mean, hey, the business side of baseball, I'm sure maybe not Trevor Cahill himself, but his agent, he saw the numbers for Buchholz and just do the math, right? Exactly. Just add up the numbers, and that's the going rate.
Well, if you don't sign, then if the player doesn't sign, this management has to deal with player in arbitration, and that could be a lot worse.
In the dirt to Kuzminov. So 1-2 the count. Pennington in the on-deck circle. Ellis led off the inning with a base hit. That's a base hit to right field. Nice job of hitting by Kuzminov. Mark Ellis, a big turn, and he'll stop and get back to second.
Jason Varitek, the catcher, had the right idea, but the location was up, and a perfect job of hitting by Kevin Kuzminov with a fastball up in the zone. And so far today, both sides taking the outside pitch and going perfectly to the opposite field instead of trying to pull them.
Buchholz in trouble again here in the second inning. First pitch is low. Pennington with a double last night. Also stole a base and scored a run.
Looking back at Scooter, I said, "What are you doing?"
I'm not going anywhere.
He's trying to break in behind him, and had Mark going to his knees, and then immediately looked up to Marco.
On the ground to Scutero. Juggles a little bit out at second, safe at first. Well, the juggle may have kept the Red Sox from turning that double play.
Well, good job of Mark Ellis, maybe distracting his former teammate just enough. As Scutero went to his right, Ellis had to jump and avoid being hit by the ball, and then ball came up, and there was the juggle, and there's the feed. Pedroia, very good quick turn, but good hustle by Cliff Pennington getting down the line. Of course, you don't want to be hit. It's going to be an out, but in that case, I think it's a sure double play. Not a bad idea to get hit, because it would be just one, but turned out okay anyway.
So here's Coco Crisp coming way in is Jed Lowry at third. There are two outs, but Lowry's about 4 steps in on the grass. Now he moves back a little bit.
Coco pulled a first pitch fastball for a home run. Stay away from him. Take it past the drawn in infield, especially with Lowry at third.
He hit a few leadoff home runs.
Talking about Dr. Schwartz?
Yeah.
That's who's standing there, right?
Elliott had power.
Dr. Schwartz right there, you know. And that other guy. Oh, that's Ricky. Ruben down there. Got all the high-profile guys down there. Ricky, Ruben, and Doc.
Another block by Veritek. This is what Coco did, leading off the bottom of the first.
Buckles lines to throw the first pitch. A lot of fastballs early with nobody on base. And he did that starting off. Just figured to get ahead of the first pitch strike. That's a record maybe hard to break. You want to lead off home runs. The thing is, you get to 3-1, 3-2. You say, well, if I walk him, it's a double, maybe a triple. Stealing a couple of bases, throw him a fastball, so I hit a home run.
Shot to right field. Drew is over there, and he reaches up, makes the catch. So the A's get a couple of hits, and they strand a pair. We're headed to the third, all tied at 1. Had just a little bit of rain right as the game started, but that went away quickly. So Ellsbury, Drew, Pedroia for the Red Sox, and Ellsbury to bunt, pulls it back. Ellsbury hitting in that 9th spot, off to a slow start, just 196 is the average. He does have 4 home runs.
I had to double check the lineup card and then the stat pack, and I saw 4 home runs.
Yeah, I know. He's leading the Red Sox in home runs. The Red Sox are dying to get 150 games out of Jacoby Ellsbury. Big Papi getting the day off. Close game. Maybe see him as a pinch hitter later. Breaking ball, strike 3 call. Good pitch from Gio Gonzalez. And that is strikeout number 4. Here's our true story. It's brought to you by McDonald's. April 20th, 1912. After 2 rain delays, Fenway Park hosts its first professional baseball game against the New York Highlanders, known as the Yankees. 27,000 fans were there that day. Red Sox won the game 7-6 in 11 innings. So next year, Fenway Park will be 100 years old. How about that? And they will celebrate it big time.
With a sellout.
And they should. Celebrate it with big crowds? Is that what you're saying?
Well, they've got a long streak of consecutive sellouts in place and just keeps going. How about yesterday or Monday, the Patriots game? Boston Marathon run. Of course, they play an early 11 a.m. game.
Yeah.
And those are early. Played one in Minnesota one time, the old Met, where they played football, and it seemed like you never got to bed. Next thing you know, you're playing again. The only good thing about that, you had the rest of the afternoon and the evening
that's
off.
true.
Because you finished about 1:30.
Go home and take a nap, right?
Oh, at least.
Strike 3 call, the fastball right there, and J.D. Drew took it. 5 strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez.
Well, another called third strikeout, and fastball just froze J.D. Drew. Good location, right on the corner, and Mike DeMuro's got the strike call this afternoon. Not much doubt about the pitches either.
Nope. So you may be thinking, well, if you're a Red Sox fan, why are you taking that pitch? Probably looking for a breaking ball, right?
Or you just know you can't hit it. I mean, that's a heck of a pitch. Gio's got that very smooth delivery, and ball jumps out of his hand, and all of a sudden you look on the board and it's 93, 95. So you combine the easy delivery and then ball jumping up that quickly, you can't pull the trigger. Very hard to do.
Pedroia hit a fly ball to right field. That was in the first inning. Outside, and there's the walk. That's the first walk issued by Gio Gonzalez.
And when he has gotten in trouble and his pitch count's gotten too high, it's because of the bases on balls. It's not something he's trying to do. It just happens, and usually it's the fastball to the right-handers that leaks too far outside.
So here's Adrian Gonzalez. Good curve in for a strike. Born in San Diego, the great years with the Padres.
How do you think it fit in with the Texas Rangers? They traded him to the Padres.
Bad trade by the Rangers.
Wow. For really not much of anything. Chris Young also went in the trade.
That's right. They got the Adam Eaton and the relief pitchers, the Japanese relief pitcher. Look at those numbers. And that's a huge ballpark in San Diego.
The home run numbers written, the RBIs only 99 in 2009, but 40 home runs.
But you think the rest of the National League West wasn't thrilled to see him traded?
Absolutely.
I mean, he's just so good. Swings wildly and misses, and that is 6 strikeouts, 3 in the 3rd inning for Gio Gonzalez. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Martin DeJesus and Matsui. Laura from Richmond asks, is it possible to sign Gio Gonzalez to a 5-year contract?
Yeah, hopefully. Not speaking for Billy Bean and the A's Brain Trust, but I'd say yes. I'd say you got 2 locked up, and Brett Anderson and Trevor Cahill, and to put Gio Gonzalez in that same category.
Yep. It's probably a pretty good possibility.
Well, I'd have to say something's got to be in the works. Last year, Trevor Cahill, you asked him, and he said, I don't know. My agent tells me the numbers and asks me to sign a contract, I'll do it. And that did come to pass. And last road trip, as a matter of fact. But Gio, just keep pitching, and everything else will take care of itself.
0-2 to Derek Barton. A shot left center, but Crawford was playing over that way, and he makes the catch.
Well, Gio with the strikeouts. There's one. That was Ellsbury. Got J.D. Drew with a fastball. Second time today for him. And then Gonzalez frustrated, but that's a hard breaking pitch. And for a lefty on lefty, I don't care how great a hitter you are. You see a hard slider or hard curveball coming, you just can't stop your swing. It's like we started yet against the Cincinnati Reds in the first exhibition games. 6 batters, 5 strikeouts. And NC. No chance.
So DeJesus steps in. He grounded out to short in the first inning. 1 for 5 in this series.
Big RBI last night, though, for David. A 3-2 curveball from John Lankey. Ground ball to shortstop with a run at third. Infield back. And that's the job done.
Which is high. So 3-0. Matsui waiting in the on deck circle. Colts with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. This was skied on the infield where Pedroia falls off Scudero and makes the catch.
Chevy's giving you more value this season with Chevy free parking Tuesdays. Every Tuesday home game starting in May. With the exception of premium and dual events, you'll save $17 on parking courtesy of Chevy. See your Northern California Chevy dealer for a great selection of Chevy cars, trucks, and crossovers. For more information, you can visit oaklandathletics.com/Tuesday.
So the Hideki Matsui fan club joining themselves. And the first pitch to Matsui is in first strike.
What do you think happened to Pedroia on the looked like a very easy pop-up from Jesus?
Not really real breezy, although there's a little bit of wind. Drops in first strike.
There he is. As the ball came down, had to back up a little bit. Still able to make the catch, but your heart starts beating pretty fast when that start out. What? Wait a minute, it's moving. Let's have his tendency to swirl here at the Coliseum.
So those flags are doing that down on the field. Could be the wind is blowing a different way. Sliced foul into the seats. So 1-2 is the count to Matsui, who walked in the first inning. Matsui's got 8 RBIs in his last 9 games, so that is a good number for him. He's will need him to drive in a lot of runs this year. He's got 11 so far.
Talking to him after the game last night, I said, with Okajima, I said, you're sitting on the curveball because he hit it like he knew it was coming. He said, no, I'm looking fastball. That's a great adjustment. When you can sit fastball and see the breaking ball come in and make that kind of adjustment, that's why he's hit 495 career home runs. Great hitter.
Big curveball, and Matsui strikes out. So a 3-up, 3-down inning for Buchholz. We are headed to the 4th. It's a 1-1 game, A's and Red Sox. Turn of the Posse. Post your comments on today's game and use the hashtag FossePosse. I'll be retweeting the top comments and you can win an authentic A's prize. Play along with @CSN authentic in-game hashtags FossePosse. And we are told that of all the hashtags that we've used this year, FossePosse is by far, and I repeat, by far, the most popular one. And none of us are surprised by that. Popularity of my partner Ray Fosse, yeah, right. Owner of a bobblehead this year. Youkilis, Lowry, Scutaro in a 1-1 game against Gio Gonzalez. 6 strikeouts in the first 3 innings for Gio.
It's 53 pitches for Gio, and walks and strikeouts can get your pitch count up, but you'd rather have the strikeouts. 1 walk today to Pedroia.
Well, that was a good pitch, but called the ball by Mike DeMuro.
Had to be off the plate inside because it definitely had the height and everything else to go. Needed for a strikeout or a strike. Tommy Cam just off the plate inside.
Driven to left center, and that's hit well, and that is gone. Youkilis homers, and the Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. So after a difficult night last night, Youkilis a single, a homer, and he scored both runs today.
93-mile-an-hour fastball. Wanted to go back inside, and last night Brett Anderson even 3-1, 3-2 went to the hard curveball.
Number 12.
Maybe leading off the inning.
Lowry.
Got ahead of him, but once he got to 3-2 and challenged him, Kevin Youkilis, who hit a base hit to right field on an 0-2 curveball, his first at bat, definitely put a charge into that one. So 2 home runs given him by Gio this year. First by a right-hander. says it all right there. Very good numbers against Gio.
Third home run on the season for Youkilis in his 8th RBI. Up and away to Jed Lowry. Lowry, shortstop last night, third base today. Coming into this short series, Lowry was probably the Red Sox hottest hitter. 0 for 5 now in this series. Strike call, 2-1.
If Youkilis had gotten a 3-2 breaking ball, he'd have been sitting on the fastball just like he did and hit it, and probably would have swung over it. But there's the difference. Curveball left up a little bit too much. We looked at Brett Anderson's last start against the White Sox when curveball just kind of floated, and he made a tremendous adjustment. His next start last night, curveball was much better, got the 8 strikeouts. This one stayed
shortstop,
kind of right in the middle of the plate.
Scudero.
Lowry with 2 strikes, able to hit it very hard. Not really a chance for anybody to get to it.
So a home run and a single to start the top of the 4th inning, and here's Marco Scudero. Strike on the outside corner. Scudero had a base hit to right field in the 2nd inning. And a quick 0-2. Marco now 35 years old. His 9th year in the big leagues. Started with the Mets, and of course the very fine seasons here in Oakland, a couple years in Toronto, and this is his 2nd year now in Boston.
In 2006, the division series, a bases clearing double against the Minnesota Twins right at the Coliseum. He's did advance to league championship series, only to be swept by the Tigers in 06. He came up with some big hits.
And 2 good years in Toronto with the Blue Jays, and got the free agent contract to come to Boston. I think it was a 2-year deal with an option for a 3rd year, so Red Sox will have a decision to make.
That was prior to last year when the A's actually contacted him, offered him a contract and maybe even more money than what the Red Sox gave him. He and Adrian Beltre both decided to go to Boston. Beltre now with the Rangers with a huge contract.
He's starting to heat up, though. Beltre's slow start. Carl Crawford in the on deck circle. The Red Sox have taken the lead on the Youkilis home run here in the 4th. Middle infielders letting each other know who's going to take it. Pennington, he's got it. Flips to Ellis for 1, and Ellis dropped the ball. And getting up is Lowry. Now he goes back. Sensational play by Cliff Pennington. Mark Ellis could not hang on to the flip. Bob Guerin wants to make sure the right call was made. He may be thinking Ellis had it long enough.
Well, usually a second baseman is very quick with his glove or with his hands and trying to flip the ball, but Pennington robbing what looked like a base hit by Scudero, and Mark Ellis I don't think ever got it. I don't think he ever had the ball. Watch as the ball was up a little bit. He reached for it, grabbed at it, trying to catch it and turn, and just never got it cleanly in his glove. And that was a good call by Tim Welke at second base. Unfortunately, it happened, so fielder's choice, E4.
Yeah, that's correct. So you're right. That is the right call. Mark just could not make the play.
And he was thinking, too, right there, and he actually put his hand in, but the ball hit in the palm of his glove before he could get his hand in. He was thinking that he had a chance to turn a double play. Instead, it's first and second, nobody out.
Crawford takes outside. Yeah, he may have been just peeking toward first a little bit. It's the first error of the season for Ellis. And now it's 2-0. Gio have overthrown that one. He's showing a little frustration, so he needs to be careful with that. Lowry at second, Scutaro at first. Bounce to Pennington, to Ellis for one. The turn is not in time. Crawford beat it. Fielder's choice.
Well, that's just too fast a runner into the ball on the left side. It's got to be hit a little bit harder than what this one was. Pennington, a good feed to Mark Ellis, and right back to Elliott, turning it quickly. And that quickly was Carl Crawford. Really shutting it down. It's kind of coasting. So very similar situation in the second inning. First and third, 1 out. And he's got to strike him out, throw him out. See if Crawford this time tries to steal maybe earlier in the count, not get to the point where it would be 3-2.
Well, we talked about the 1981 Oakland A's last night, right? Article that was in the paper. I think Billy Ball would be double stealing right here, don't you? Kuzminov handles a tough play, and that is going to be a double play. So Gonzalez gets out of the inning, a home run by Youkilis, and the Red Sox lead 2-1. Three teams currently have two pitchers who have a no-hitter in their careers. So three teams that have two pitchers that have no-hitters. Buchholz has one.
It's John Lester. So
there you go.
We got one anyway.
There you go.
Leave it up to everybody else for the rest of it.
In 2007 is when Buchholz did it. That was kind of a late season call-up, actually. I mean, that was 07. He made just 3 starts, and then in 08 started the season back in AAA. Also Red Sox went out the last 2-3 years looking for maybe a hitter to trade for. Well, everybody that they talked to asked for Clay Buchholz. Good young pitcher. Hit hard. Gonzalez knocks it down, flips to first. Sweeney's retired.
Gonzalez is pretty smooth at first.
He is good. He doesn't panic.
He bobbled the ball and just kind of flipped it, leading Buchholz to the mound or to first base. But no panic when it bobbled. Watch this. Just picked it up and look where Buchholz is, and that's the feed. Did not throw it behind him, and a nice feed. Grabbed it with his glove, and there's the easy flip. And Buchholz able to catch the ball, then find the bag. So an excellent play by the Gold Glove first baseman. Should be a challenge this year for the voters, those being the managers and the coaches, to vote on the Gold Glove winner first base. With Mark Teixeira pretty good.
Yeah.
First. Derek Barton, happily, you see him get quite a few votes last year.
Carlos Pena is now in the National League, so that'll help some of the guys in the American League. 2-0 to Mark Ellis, who had a base hit in the second inning. Ellis grounds it fair down the third base line, and Lowry with the dive cannot get it. Ellis is going to dig for second, and he's going to have a double. So that is the 200th career double for Mark Ellis. So congratulations to Mark. It's kind of been a doubles machine. He's now got 7 this year.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11, Landon Powell.
Well, Mark Ellis knew when he hit the ball that he had a very speedy left fielder.
Yeah.
So he was running hard as soon as he hit the ball, and if he got by Lowry, which it did, that it's going to see what Ricky Henderson kind of the same way. Ricky threw left-handed, was able to get to the corner, spin around, make a perfect throw to second base. Ricky hit right-handed. We'll call Crawford was left-handed.
It really is the easiest way to make that play. So again, Scudero trying to keep Ellis close. Landon Powell struck out swinging in the second inning. See Marco steps behind Ellis. And a quick 0-2 to Powell.
Had a lot of off-speed pitches to a big Landon Powell this afternoon. He's a good fastball hitter. 0-2. Same count last at bat, his first at bat. Ended up going to 2-2 and then got a change up. Struck him out.
Powell hits a high fly ball. Drew and Ellsbury come together, and Ellsbury reaches up at the last minute to make the catch. Ellis stays at second, 2 outs.
Now batting.
Like to see the center fielder take charge on a play that's close. Anytime a center fielder can't get to the ball, usually he will call off either the right fielder or left fielder.
See if Kuzminov can come through with a 2-out hit. Kuzminov singled to right field in the second inning. So he's 2 for 5 in the series. Fastball right there for a strike down around the knees. 55 pitches for Clay Buchholz, and we're here in the fourth. Good lead at second for Ellis, not being held on with 2 outs.
The tunnel that leads downstairs by the clubhouses, and Bruce, of course, standing security guard on the visiting side, Gus on the home side.
Yeah.
But Bruce had to be wondering, what is this guy doing? Clay Buchholz was in full uniform, had his cap on, headset on, listening to something, music, I'm sure, and throwing baseballs in a windup against the brick wall.
Really?
In the tunnel. And I'm wondering, don't miss the wall.
I was going to say, so I take it the ball is shooting back at him.
Yeah, going back just like you're playing catch with yourself. But he's out on the hallway. But the thing is, full uniform and just going through his windup, getting ready to come out and pitch a ball game. Bruce has seen a lot of things down there.
Yes, he has. Fly ball toward J.D. Drew. He's moving toward the line. He's got it. Side retired. A 1-out double by Ellis. He is stranded, and we're on to the 5th. It's the Red Sox 2 and the A's 1. Sportsnet California is brought to you by Lowe's. It's opening day for your lawn. Visit your local Lowe's for savings and a free MLB fan guide. Compliments of Scott's. Red Sox 2 and the A's 1. It is the top of the 5th inning here at the Coliseum. Cool, overcast day. Ellsbury, Drew, and Pedroia.
Here's what the third base umpires saw, and that's Joe Reynolds. Didn't call interference last night. Didn't call a balk. Didn't call a strike today.
Well, we're going to get to the interference call here in a moment, because what we thought happened, and what quite frankly what everybody in the world thought happened that was watching the game, is not what was called. I'll explain it to you. We're talking about, of course, the play late in the game where we thought interference was called.
There's Raymond.
Mike Cameron.
There's Raymond.
That's right. Raymond knew we were going to be talking about Mike Cameron. Kurt Suzuki's throw to second on a steal attempt of Ellsbury. It was not interference.
Well, it was, but it wasn't called.
Exactly.
I mean, it really was.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called. Ellsbury strikes out looking for the second time. All right, here's the play. Now, we figured that interference was called on Mike Cameron, right? Standing right on home plate. Okay. Now watch the home plate umpire. Point.
He's out. Check swing out.
But this right there, that right there signal means no interference. And about 20 seconds later, the second base umpire called Ellsbury out.
He was looking back to see, first of all, is the check swing a strike 3?
Exactly.
Before he made the call. So he obviously had made up his mind that the runner at second, who was saved by a mile,
he was saved, yeah.
Of course. I mean, that was ridiculous.
So the umpires after the game said no. Home plate umpire, who was Andy Fletcher. Or I take that back. Jim Reynolds said, no, I did not call interference. When he pointed at Cameron, like Ray said, he was pointing at you swung.
Yeah.
So that's the third strike. Sweeney's back, spinning around near the wall, and he makes the catch.
Well,
and then when he raised his arm or spread his arms out, that was the signal that no, it is not interference.
And he pointed at Cameron
exactly,
and Kurt Suzuki, indicating that. However, Eddie Montague, great umpire, many years. He is now supervisor. And before he went down and talked to the umpires, and I'm not saying anything because of what we're saying today, but Eddie Montague, I asked him, I said, Eddie, you don't have to actually touch or make contact with the hitter for interference to be called. He said, that's correct.
Yeah.
What Mike Cameron did was obstruct the view and the throw of Kurt Suzuki to second base. No contact was made. Makes it easier for the umpire if there is contact because it's automatic interference. Yeah. But he said the fact that he was across the plate and in direct line, that's interference.
So it should have been interference called, but it wasn't. And the play at second base, which was the very delayed call, Ellsbury was safe at second. So it all worked out well for the A's because they got 2 outs on 1 play. But the ruling was a strike him out, throw him out, double play.
And that was changed today by Chuck Dibnall, the official score again today.
But we were pretty convinced that since Cameron was literally standing on home plate. But there was confusion everywhere. In fact, there was an article about it I was reading on the internet where Mike Cameron said, I don't think I swung. I mean, it was a check swing.
Exactly.
And, you know, it wasn't a full swing. So he didn't think he swung.
Just one of 8 strikeouts by Brett Anderson last night.
Pedroia swing and a miss. 2 more strikeouts for Gio Gonzalez. He's got 8. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 2-1 Boston. Three teams currently have 2 pitchers who have a no-hitter in their careers. We know it's the Red Sox, Buchholz and Lester. The White Sox and the Cubs, Burley and Edwin Jackson for the White Sox, Zambrano and Garza. Garza now with the Cubs. So that is our AT&T trivia question and answer.
And Edwin Jackson did his with the Diamondbacks last year.
Right.
Traded to the White Sox. So the Chicago Cubs are recipients of no-hitter pitchers.
Yeah, and Garza did his with the Rays.
Yeah.
Now with the Cubs. A's trailing 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Pennington, Crisp, and Barton against Clay Buchholz. Buchholz a little shaky in the first couple innings, but he has settled down. He's really not he had 120 strikeouts last year, did Buchholz, and he did that in 173 innings. I wouldn't say he's a real big strikeout guy. He's just got a good downward movement on most of his pitches. A couple strikeouts today. There's the changeup, 79 miles an hour. Those are road numbers for Buchholz. 10-3. A lot of not good here, though. How about that? Must have been good everywhere else. Pennington reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. On the ground, right to Pedroia, who's got it. And that is out number 1.
In honor of Ricky Henderson and his single season record of 130 stolen bases. You want to read this?
No.
The A's are hiding 130 mini bases throughout the East Bay for you to steal. Giveaway started Monday. 10 bases are being hit each day through Saturday, April 30th. Get the clues and find the bases. Follow the A's on Twitter or visit OaklandAthletics.com. Fans who find one of the bases win 2 tickets for the April 30th game and a voucher for Ricky Henderson bobblehead presented by Kingsford Capital Management. I'm glad they put in there or visit OaklandAthletics.com. Because remember, Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
And you and I couldn't have gone, right?
No.
We couldn't visit.
I tell you what, though, I could get right to OaklandAthletics.com.
Oh, yeah, easily. See all the great stories and all the great news about the A's. And you're Oakland A's. So that's a nice change. So opens it up pretty much for everybody.
Chris with a home run in the 1st inning. He also hit a line drive to right field in the 2nd. So 1 for 2 for Coco. Veritek out to chat with Buchholz. Almost looks like he's checking on him to see if he's okay.
And again, Veritek 2 double plays today, but again, his job catching. And that's why the Red Sox, especially this staff. This staff is one that he knows, and they know him. They have a lot of confidence in him. Nothing against Saltalamacchia, but he's new, and when you take over a pitching staff, you can study, learn all you want. But bottom line, unless you're back there pretty consistently, it's that confidence that a pitcher has in a catcher that he knows what he's doing, and this guy knows what he's doing. He is the top of the list as Red Sox catcher. He's traded from the Seattle Mariners to the Red Sox.
Yeah. He flips the mask away and he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman, number 10, Derek.
9 out of the last 10 retired for Buchholz, so he has settled in. So the A's will try to do something about that. Derek Barton is 0 for 2. Barton a foul out to 3rd. And a line drive to left. And Barton swinging early in the count today. So usually don't see that from Derek.
That's a good point. He's seen 5 pitches and 3 at-bats, all strikes. And nice catch by Vida.
I like that uni too.
Oh,
right?
that was a
That's
good
sweep.
That was a good uni. Nice catch on the rail. No glove. High fives from everybody.
He was under control, that fan. He settled underneath it.
Because he knows that's what Vida would do. Yeah, those unis the Kansas City A's had that came to Oakland initially, and those were good. Those are the Cincinnati Reds back in the Ted Klaczewski days.
Oh, yeah.
Has that uniform. Big Clue's biceps are so huge, and that was before weightlifting. And he cut them at the top, and those massive arms would stick out, and Big Clue could hit the long ball.
So he wasn't showing off. He just needed a little more room.
He didn't make a shirt big enough for the undershirt. He wanted to have some flexibility in his movement of his arms. He's got his baseball card, and to watch him, it's just massive. I mean, just think if guys lifted weights back then, how big they would have been. I think he might have hit 1,000 home runs. I think the only weight he ever lifted was a 32-ounce bat.
Yep.
It was quick wrists.
He had the wrist action.
I don't want to say that. I mean, that might have been. I think Billy Williams used a 34.5-inch, 32-ounce his entire career. Never deviated one time, once.
Well, it's been a migration to lighter bats, right, over the last 20 years.
Probably a result of maybe the aluminum bats are light, and you come into the professional ranks. But Steve Vucinich, the A's clubhouse manager, equipment manager, he knows it all. He orders all the bats, and all the guys go straight to him to order the bats, and whatever they want, he'll order.
So 3-2 curveball. Barton takes it, and he gets the walk. Second walk issued by Buchholz, and now DeJesus will hit. So maybe a little 2-out rally by the A's.
Now batting, right fielder, number 12, David DeJesus.
A leadoff home run on the first pitch, I think might be a good offensive day, but credit to Clay Buchholz to settle down and relying on his changeup, his off-speed pitches, and he's done quite well.
Darren Lewis on the right. Darren Lewis started with the A's, right?
Did, yeah.
Went to the Giants. Had some good years over there.
Willie McGee trade? Is that Willie?
Was it?
David? Probably confirm that. I think it was Willie. Ernest Rice, huh? They could both run.
Darren Lewis for easy Ernest Rice.
But I think did Dusty name his son after D. Lee?
Yes, he did. So 2-0 to David DeJesus. Darren Lewis, another Cal Bear.
See, the Cal Bears have a lot of money for the baseball program. They may never have to talk about
Let's hope.
getting rid of it again.
Let's hope not. Jesus slices one foul, 2-1. The A's run came in the first inning. Red Sox a single run in the second and a single run in the fourth. Crisp a homer, Youkilis a homer. Outside corner, and that's called a strike. So 2-2 the count. A little help. Jesus 0 for 2 in the game. Bounced over the mound. Scudero hits a glove on it, and DeJesus is going to have a hit. So it is a 2-out rally. 2 on, 2 out.
And I don't know that Derek Barton would have gone to third, but Marco Scudero going to the slide knocked the ball down. DeJesus right back up the middle. And
Matsui.
Ball like that, it's going to be hard to go first to third, especially with 2 outs. But A's would like to keep it going with the 2, and they've got the right guy up in Matsui to try to at least tie the game. Scudero has become a very good shortstop. Yep. Play all 3 infield positions. At second, short, and third. Matsui saw changeups, curveballs his first 2 at bats.
Grounds that one hard, but foul. A walk and a strikeout for Matsui. So 1 for 5 in the series. He's 6 for 15 in his career against Clay Buchholz. Does not have a home run against him. Fastball runs inside.
We've seen a lot of bright sunshine on day games here, but this is ideal for hitters, players. They don't have to worry about the sun, fighting the sun. Might even turn the lights on pretty soon, starting to darken quite a bit.
Inside corner, strike 2 called. So in this at bat, he's really stayed inside to Matsui, just pounding the inside corner.
There's the fastball in. That's, of course, Veritek. Important thing here to know what you've done to the hitter in each at bat. You know, when they walked him in the first inning, struck him out in the 3rd inning. He's on a 2-2 curveball.
Pop up shallow center. Ellsbury is going to call off Crawford. Side retired. A's strand a pair onto the 6th. It's still the Red Sox 2 and the A's 1. California is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now, get the All-American Jack combo with fries and a drink for only $4.99 plus tax. Adrian Gonzalez leading things off for the Red Sox. Sox leading 2-1. Top 6. Gio Gonzalez, after a bit of a rocky fourth inning, settled down with a 3-up, 3-down fifth inning, couple of strikeouts. Eight strikeouts in all in just 5 innings. A little flare to left, and that's going to drop for a hit. After striking out twice swinging, Adrian Gonzalez will not apologize for that base hit.
But he was being aggressive, swinging at pretty much everything Gio threw at him.
20, Kevin Youkilis.
So a leadoff hit, that's hit number 6 against Gio Gonzalez. And here's Youkilis, who's had a big day. Singled and scored in the second, solo home run in the fourth. Youkilis injured last year, played in just 102 games. So Pedroia hurt, Youkilis hurt last year. Big part of the Red Sox not making the postseason. Injured his thumb and then ended up having season-ending surgery.
Yeah, there it is.
He went around that time. And Gonzalez gets strikeout number 9.
Well, in hindsight, he's going to look back to 3 and 2, thinking if I had done this, look how he's sitting fastball, and Youkilis started and just strong wrist could not hold up his swing. He thought maybe he had.
Number 12.
But the bad hit, and this one called by Mike DeBuro, the home plate umpire. That's definitely a swing. Brought it back. Thought maybe he had, but wasn't seen by the home plate umpire. Definitely would have been by Andy Fletcher at first.
That one's driven to left center. That's hit pretty well. Sweeney's back. Coco Crisp is back, and it is gone. Jed Lowry, a 2-run homer in the rain. Right as Lowry came up into the batter's box, it started to rain.
Want to get Youkilis out on a check swing, a very tough hitter against Gio Gonzalez. And then Jed Lowry, his third, and a slow, floating, rolling curveball. And he got out in front. Well, a similar pitch, or a base hit to left field. But this time it just rolled too much, and he was able to get it over the fence. That's too bad.
So the Red Sox extend their lead now 4-1 here in the 6th. Fans again heading back up underneath. Marco Scudero a single, and he reached on a fielder's choice. 1 for 2. Gonzalez closing in on 100 pitches. 1 out here in the 6th. Jerry Levens starts to throw. Scudero fouls one just below us. Occasionally we'll get a foul ball up here, not very often. Bounced over the mound, and that's going to get into center field for a base hit. Just a big bouncer over Gonzalez's head.
Now for Gio, another rolling curveball. And I'd say that something he'll work on in between now before his next start, which would be in Anaheim.
13, Carl
Ron Romanek, who has a bit of a calf problem. This is a slow walk out by Ron Romanek because of necessity. He can't move. He was doing a clinic Sunday on Little League Day. Stepped back off the mound, and his right calf did not come out of it very, very good. So a little bit of a slow walk out. Gives time for Jerry Blevins to warm up, which would not take him very long, and a chance for Ron Romanek to get wet. If he walks back that slow to the to the dugout, which he will. It's going to be a wet day for him.
Poor Ron. He feels bad.
Yeah.
He's like half embarrassed because I said, Ron, you did that jogging, right? He said, no, I did it at the Little League clinic.
That's right. He's
taking a little heat.
He's trying to hurry and get back, but
hang in there, Ronnie.
Can't do anything about it. He's not limping as badly as he has been.
He's a workout guy too. He's in the gym on the road every day.
And, you know, last night it was really bad. Bob Guerin said about going him out. He said, I can't.
He did. He told me yesterday, I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, he said, if you want to hurry this game up, tell me what.
A liner to Coco Crisp, who's right there. So that's out number 2.
Has to be encouraging for Carl Crawford and the Red Sox, as he is swinging the bat today quite well. He's hit the ball hard. Yep. Just one hit to show for it, and that was an RBI single.
Now batting, number 33, Jason Varitek.
There's the Ultra Mo, and the raindrops are falling on his head. There's a swing just a little bit late, but great follow through. And that's why the ball, location of contact, that's why the ball went to center field, and he wasn't out in front and pulled it.
So Varitek hits. Very good day for Varitek. Struck out into a double play in the second, and then hit into a 5-4-3 double play in the fourth. He did that with runners on first and third. Varitek now 1 for 18 now this season. Skies it, shallow left. Sweeney's coming in. Amongst the raindrops. He makes the catch, side retired, damage done. Jed Lowry, a 2-run homer. So the Red Sox lead 4-1. Light freeze cam. Coors Light freeze cam is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Red Sox with a 4-1 lead over the A's. Bottom of the 6th inning, so still some time for the Athletics. They'll have to get something going against Buchholz. Banjo Man right below us trying to get a rally started.
Banjo Man is here. That means there's some runs in the air.
Game's not over yet. First pitch to Sweeney is in for a strike.
Last night the A's scored a run in the first inning, then blanks for the next 6 innings. Got just 3 hits after that. Came up big in the 8th inning, which was nice insurance going into the 9th.
Sweeney, Ellis, and Powell here in the 6th. Left center field. Ellsbury's not going to get it. And Ryan Sweeney is going to have a leadoff double here in the 6th.
That's a great job of hitting. And well, when you see the ball slicing like that, great speed with Ellsbury, but the slicing action on the baseball, there's no chance for him to get to it as it split the gap perfectly. And Ryan Sweeney, that great opposite field stroke that he has used at the major league level with the A's ever since the A's got it from Chicago. So a start this afternoon for Ryan Sweeney, and if the A's can capitalize on this leadoff double. Another double.
Yeah. And Mark Ellis, who's been swinging a hot bat, he's got a single and a double today. So 3 for 5 in the series for Ellie.
Rains so infrequently during baseball season in Oakland that these fans are so good at improvising. I mean, that's an umbrella, but you can be there inside. The Ads had a couple of shots of people using newspapers,
sure,
using an A's bag that they got at the souvenir stand. Take the goodies out.
Bounce over the mound. Ellis is retired. Sweeney to third. Yeah, you do what you got to do. I mean, this kind of weather is a regular occurrence the entire baseball season in the East Coast or the Midwest.
The catcher, number 11, Landon Powell.
That's right.
And that's tough to use a newspaper because they're getting so small, much smaller. Usually you could have it draped over your head, but
yeah, the protection's not like it used to be. Scoring opportunity for the A's with the runner at third and 1 out.
Okay, this keeps up Clay Wood and his crew as limited as they are.
Well, it's raining hard now.
Yeah, it's really coming down. This is let's hope passing. If it is, then they won't have to worry about putting the tarp on. But Clay knows that if they do put the tarp on, when it gets muddy, it's hard to roll it back up and then have to put it back on the field if the weather permits or requires it to happen.
Landed Powell behind in the count 0-2. Powell a strikeout and a fly ball to center field. But you're right, we just don't see this here very often. This time of year, maybe once in a while, but not into the summer months. Last time the A's had a rain delay, not a cancellation, a rain delay, was 2006. Powell checks his swing and he did not go. In fact, I remember that it was against the Giants and it was about a half hour and then the game was played.
Clay Wood does such a great job, he and his crew, on this field. But they do know there's only about 6 total. Unlike in the Midwest and East Coast, where there's about 40. They put the tarp on, it's about 3 or 4 minutes because they have so many working on the crew.
Another 0-2 pitch to Landon Powell. Movement on the fastball from Buchholz, but it was a bit outside.
Called it up the ladder, did Veritek, and Mike DeMuro has called the high fastball today quite a few times, so fortunate he did not call that one.
Grounded foul. So a good battle here. Powell trying to get Sweeney home and cut into this lead. Now it's 2-2. Landon Powell has worked the count to even. Kuzmanov will be next.
All Landon Powell needs to do is make contact. Any one of the infielders back to the pitcher will not score Ryan Sweeney, but anybody else will, and maybe even better to get on base himself.
3-2. Buchholz closing in on 100 pitches, sitting at 95. Payoff pitch. The changeup on 3-2, and he missed, and Powell is aboard.
What a great at bat by Landon Powell, especially on the 3-2 changeup. As part of Cinco de Mayo, 10,000 A's fans will receive an Athletic Coast t-shirt presented by Chevy. Break up the week on May 5th with a sunny afternoon game at the Coliseum as the A's take on the Cleveland Indians. For tickets, call 877-493-BALL or go to oaklandathletics.com/tickets.
Connor Jackson has come out to hit for Kuzmanov. And the meeting at the mound is over.
Your attention, please.
So Buchholz will stay in the game. Daniel Bard. So here is Jackson hitting for Kuzmanov. Kuzmanov was 1 for 2. Fastball inside.
Well, Connor Jackson's a good fastball hitter. However, Clay Buchholz today has relied a lot on his changeup and curveball. Now that fastball that Jackson got, maybe just kind of a show pitch, a waste to show the fastball, which pitchers will do.
Veritek with the block. Well, the A's have managed to get the tying run to the plate here in the 6th. Again, it's low. 3-0.
And again, a changeup. I mean, you really have to go to the plate now as an A's hitter against Buchholz and think soft. Think changeup, curveball, something off speed. And, well, they've done a great job so far, especially Connor Jackson coming off the bench because he's been watching this for the first 5+ innings. .30
fastball right there, first strike. The rain still coming down here at the Coliseum. Sweeney's at third. He led off the inning with a double. Powell at first after the 1-out walk. Real pitch is hit hard and foul. So a full count. You're right, Ray. Smart group, man. Figure, hey, Matsui still 4 or 5 batters away. They got time to get the letters in order.
Yeah, plus by the time the A's come home, they'll dry out.
That's right.
Well, I want to go 3-2 changeup to Connor Jackson. Throw him a 3-1 fastball.
And he did, and it was outside, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
They're going to bring a guy who doesn't think about a changeup. No. Daniel Bard, it's Gas City, but what a great at bat by Connor Jackson off the bench, and the A's have a great opportunity to now face Daniel Bard.
When it's done. So the Red Sox with a 4-1 lead, but the A's, the base is loaded here in the 6th.
By authority of the Oakland Athletics and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Clay Buchholz, he leaves with a 4-1 lead, but he's not a happy guy as he walked Powell and then walked Jackson, and the A's have the bases loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. So 4 walks, 2 strikeouts, a lot of pitches, and Buchholz kind of nibbled at times.
Well,
he's got pretty good stuff.
You know, he nibbled with his changeup, but man, give credit to the A's hitters for not swinging wildly at what looks like a fastball coming out of his hands. So this guy, you can look fastball and you'll get it.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. It's Daniel Bard. His fastball is good. And he may be the future closer for the Red Sox. He's 25 years old. The A's with a scoring opportunity here.
I'm getting educated between innings with the music here at the Coliseum. James said it's Nat King Cole, but I don't think it sounds like it.
Is that what you call that?
Well, I don't know what it is, to be honest.
Let's listen to it.
I prefer White Rabbit.
I prefer Gio Gonzalez in the clubhouse before it starts. Maybe a little Motown. I'm not sure what that was.
Oh.
I know we're getting old, Ray, but
wow. Pennington hits a gapper, then they can keep playing it.
First pitch to Pennington, and he goes after it. Hits it high and foul.
And that's not a 78-mile-an-hour changeup. It's 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Playwood
0 for 2.
And I took some of the absorbent, put over the mound. Dirt.
96 miles an hour, and it's 0-2.
Terry Francona, the manager knows in this situation he's looking for one thing, and it's a strikeout. Cliff Pennington just trying to make contact, and first base, Connor Jackson trying to break up 2 if it is ground ball.
Swinging strikeout by Pennington. So 3 pitches and Pennington strikes out.
This high and away, no strike, but easy to say at 96 when you're thinking about trying to make contact a little bit late on the swing.
.32 holds. 1.93 ERA last year for Daniel Barr. Came up with the Red Sox in 09, made 49 appearances. Then last year was his first full year. It's only the 6th inning, but he's trying to maybe save the game right here for the Red Sox. Crisp is 1 for 3. Slices one down the left field line. It is a foul ball.
Wow, there was chalk. You could see white chalk when it hit.
Wow, that would have tied the game. Jim Reynolds called it foul, and it would have tied the game.
Well, when you see white chalk, that's a pretty good indication it's a fair ball.
Well, Mike Gallego reacted as well.
See what you see pop up when this ball lands.
Nope.
Just foul. Maybe
ball.
hit the dirt. So that slow motion shot, even at that angle, showed it was foul. But I guess it was the dirt that popped up, and something did move. But this ball clearly to the foul side. That would look like a hit right on the line.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely would have cleared the bases. He's had such a great night home plate last night. He's back at third today.
So the A's come within inches of tying up the game. Count now 1-1 to Coco Crisp. Sweeney, Powell, Jackson are the runners. Little pop up, and Scudero is out there. He's got it side. Retired A's leave him loaded. 7th inning coming up. 4-1 Boston. Sharks and the Kings. This one will be in Los Angeles. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. with Sharks pregame live. Sharks lead the best of 7 series 2-1. Last night down 4-0. They scored 5 goals in the second period. Win it in overtime. So unbelievable game last night. So game 4 again tomorrow 7 o'clock. Sharks lead the series 2-1 over the Kings. Game 5. Be back home at the Shark Tank. That'll be Saturday. Coco Crisp, almost a 6th inning hero. Not quite. So the Red Sox with a 4-1 lead.
Well, this angle, it looks much closer than the first angle, because this one with the white ball going down the chalk line looks like it's right on the chalk. But our other angle showed that it might have been a couple of inches to the foul side.
Number 2, Tony Ellsbury.
Andy LaRoche comes in the game, and he will play third base. Kuzminov was pinch hit for by Connor Jackson. And Jerry Blevins takes over when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog expert. So Blevins takes over here in the 7th. He'll face Ellsbury, Drew, and Pedroia. First pitch swinging Ellsbury. It's a pop-up, and that's going to reach the seats. Six innings for Gio Gonzalez. Gave up 2 big home runs. One by Youkilis, and then a 2-run homer by Jed Lowry. Gio will not get his 3rd win of the year today. Strike called 0-2. Ellsbury, a pair of strikeouts, both looking. And on 3 pitches, Ellsbury has struck out for the 3rd.
Stay with the fastball, of course. The Red Sox hitters, your left-hander, and you're saying, well, got the tough lefty out in the lineup. Well, they have 5 in the bullpen, so we're going to get another one. I'd say a steady diet of left-handers today coming in out of the bullpen, considering the number of lefties in this lineup for the Red Sox.
J.D. Drew is 0 for 3. To right field. Jesus near the wall, crashes into the wall. Did he catch it? He did not. It's a home run for J.D. Drew. Jesus just missed, robbing him. So Drew with the home run. It's the Red Sox now with a 5-1 lead.
Well, a line drive, no chance for David to get back to the outfield. Middle of the plate, actually about bell time. Great effort by Jesus, and if he had a little bit more time to get back, jumping up the way he did, might have had a chance to catch it just over the wall. But for a team that does not give up a lot of home runs, that's 3 today. There's the souvenir.
Here's Pedroia. That was first home run of the year for J.D. Drew. Youkilis, Lowry, and now Drew with home runs for the Red Sox. Well, Ray, we just got a news flash, I guess is what you could call it. Very interesting story, and a large story coming out of Major League Baseball. Major League Baseball offices have announced that MLB is taking over the day-to-day operations of the Los Angeles Dodgers. How about that? That is a huge story. It's Bud Selig's call, and I don't think Bud was real happy with the McCourts and what's been going on down there. But remember that Major League Baseball did this with the Montreal Expos. That's a little bit of a different story. Dodgers are one of the
top franchises.
Very, very valuable franchise. But also, in a sense, what happened last year with the Texas Rangers.
Yeah.
Right. They got involved in that as well, and Nolan Ryan's group ended up buying it. So maybe for the McCourts, then that means they go to the World Series.
That's right. But now you're talking about full day-to-day operations. They were involved with the Rangers, but this is a different deal. Wow, that's something.
Didn't the McCourts, or at least the Dodgers, try to get a loan based on a TV contract or something of that nature, and they turned down?
But said no. But this is I mean, you just look at the attendance. The Dodgers are averaging 39,000 a game. Last year they were, I think, second in the National League in attendance. I mean, but there are some ownership issues in Los Angeles. So maybe read more about that. Pedroia is base hit, the 10th for the Red Sox. Adrian Gonzalez is the hitter, 1 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He singled in the 6th and then scored on Lowry's home run.
Well, I think today is a perfect example of great things happening with the A's starting staff. But when you take the ball anywhere from 34, 35 times a year as a starter, you're going to have a game in which, or a day in which, you're not going to be up to what everybody expects. And say the A's are not going to come back from this game, but for Gio Gonzalez to give up 4 home runs, 4 runs and a couple of home runs, that's just not what we've come to expect from him. But something like this happens, you regroup, you go to the bullpen, you work in between starts, and so Trevor Cahill bounced back from his last start in Chicago. Same with Brett Anderson.
Gonzalez hooks one down the right field line, and it's just foul. Gonzalez just went down on that breaking ball and reached for it. If you think about Adrian Gonzalez, he's got a 7-year contract, so he's going to be in Boston a long time. Knowing the way he hits, a terrific hitter in that ballpark, he could win an MVP there.
Red Sox hope so.
Stays healthy. Bounces this one. Ellis charges to second for 1. Pennington guns it to first. And that's a double play. Side retired. Home run by J.D. Drew, his first of the year. 5-1 as we've reached the 7th inning stretch. The A's won. A's will get on the plane and head to Seattle after today's game to open up a 4-game series up in the Northwest. Mariners are playing right now. They're losing. Tigers 3, Seattle 1, 8th inning at Safeco. So they started about the same time we did. It's a rubber game of that series. Bedard and Porcello were the 2 starting pitchers. See where Justin Smoak, the Mariners' first baseman, is on the bereavement list. His father is ill and he wanted to be with his father. So we won't see Smoak for just a couple of the games, first 2 games of that series.
Oh, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
But at least it allows the players not to have to worry. They can do what they have to do with the family, and it allows the players or the club to bring up a player.
Well, Barton walked this one off. The probables for that 4-game series: McCarthy, Hernandez. That'll be tomorrow. Tyson Ross, Michael Pineda on Friday. Cahill, Vargas Saturday. Anderson, Pfister Sunday. So the first 2 games of the series, the A's will see hard-throwing Hernandez, hard-throwing Pineda. Tyson Ross will take them out in place of Dallas Braden. Bard's 0-2 pitch is popped up. Pedroia is underneath it.
Fastballs, but it came over the bases loaded. Now he becomes a Clay Buchholz pitcher, throwing changeups. Bard is a mid-90s fastball, but it's pretty good changeups. Derek Barton got him out easily. So you go up thinking one thing, and all of a sudden gear up for the good fastball. You never see it.
So with 1 out, David DeJesus hits. DeJesus hits one high, fairly deep. Crawford's got lots of room. 2 outs. Now the Angels and the Rangers will play the rubber game of their 3-game series in Texas. Weaver and Harrison is the pitching matchup. That game will be a night game. Remember, Jared Weaver is 4-0. Matt Harrison from the Rangers is 3-0. The Rangers will have tomorrow off, and then they will host the Kansas City Royals. The Angels will head home, and they will host these Boston Red Sox for a 4-game series starting tomorrow. So a good homestand for the Angels. They'll play 4 against Boston, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the A's come to town. The other games are night games in the American League. One and 1 the count to Hideki Matsui, who has walked, struck out, and hit a fly ball to center field. Breaking ball, and a pretty good one from Daniel Bard. So you're right, Ray. He's showing everything he's got in this inning.
You know, saying about the game of inches in baseball. Coco Crisp hit a leadoff home run that hit the top of the fence, went over instead of coming back in, which would have been extra bases, and then misses a bases clearing double by just maybe an inch on the left field line. Giveth and he taketh.
Shallow center field. Scudero cannot get it, and Matsui's got a base hit. 2-out hit for Matsui, and that'll bring up Ryan Sweeney.
Now batting.
They brought the hands in great.
15, Ryan Sweeney.
Watch the hands. They start, and then it comes inside, stays inside the ball as the ball, fastball, good velocity, got in his hands.
Sweeney with a double in the 6th inning. He was also grounded out and hit a fly ball to center field. So Ryan Sweeney 1 for 3 in his 3rd start of the year. No doubt Sweeney still adjusting to being a part-time player.
I think he knows that, first of all, he's healthy. That's the biggest key. Got his knees taken care of. I think he knows that he is still the future of this club. He's signing, trading for some guys, but he's going to be in the picture for a while.
Down the left field line, and that is just foul. Yeah, you figure DeJesus, Matsui, Willingham, all new guys, but all free agents after this year. Coco Cruz.
He's picked up his option for this year, fortunately. And
Connor Jackson will be a free agent as well. Gonzalez knocks it down, takes care of it inside, retired. Matsui stranded. We're on to the 8th inning. Red Sox with a 5-1 lead. The 2011 All-Star Teacher. Check out finalist bios and video features. The winning teacher receives $20,000 for his or her school. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and spot experts. Our first look at David Percy in an A's uniform. Percy acquired on Sunday by the Athletics from the Blue Jays, and he actually pitched against the A's in that series. First road series for the A's as Euclid lines out to Pennington. There's Percy. He's a big guy, 6'4", 245 pounds, and he was a first-round draft pick in 2004.
Lowry.
Very hard thrower. And at times has trouble finding the strike zone. That was held him back.
He's got a good arm, though.
Good arm. Last year, 33 games out of the bullpen, was 1-1 with a 3.71 ERA. It's 34 innings pitched.
It's BJ, Bobby Jenks. Closer with the White Sox, now the Red Sox.
Jed Lowry, maybe the big hit in the game. 2-run homer in the 6th inning. I was talking to Ron Romanek about David Percy after he had thrown a bullpen for the A's on Monday. And he said, guess what his shoe size is? I said, if you're asking me to guess, it must be big. 17.
Jeez.
He has got a size 17 shoe.
Well, then Steve Vucevic is the best, because when you come to the A's, you have to have white shoes.
Or a white marker.
No, you can't give that away.
DeJesus into foul territory, slides, and he caught it. What a play by DeJesus.
And that's all, leaving his feet sliding, because not a lot of foul territory where he went after the ball. And he goes into a slide right there and kept his eye, his concentration, caught the ball, banged the wall, and looked down just enough time to see that he's going to have to go into a slide to avoid banging into the wall. Still hit it with his foot, but what a tremendous play by David DeJesus to concentrate on his backside and come up with a play. And that's when a pitcher should take an outfielder out to dinner.
That is an epic play. DeJesus will be in fair territory this time, makes the catch. So David Percy with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up, 5-1 Boston. Game Summer, it's brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Coco Crisp, bottom of the 1st inning. A home run off the top of the wall. A little defense by DeJesus. He's made 2 terrific plays today. Euclid with a home run for the Red Sox. That was in the 4th inning, and that gave Boston a 2-1 lead. And then the big blow, Jed Lowry in the 6th, a 2-run shot. That would give the Red Sox a 4-1 lead. It's now 5-1, 5-10-0 for Boston, 1-7-1 for the Athletics. McCollum's a lot of pitches in 5 1/3 innings, but he is in line for the win. Gio Gonzalez. A lot of pitches as well. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. Bobby Jenks comes in the game. We're so used to seeing Jenks in a White Sox uniform. Got a 2-year, $12 million free agent contract to come to the Boston Red Sox, and he grabbed it.
He is set up. And I think if you could ask Oz again off the record, he might tell you he'd be very happy to have him back. Their closing situation, or lack of. But didn't work out, so Bobby Jenks, these guys are accustomed to try to go to a club that has a chance to win.
Strike called, and it's a quick 0-2 to Ellis. Most saves since 06. Jenks behind Papelbon and Rivera. So the Red Sox signed Dan Wheeler and Bobby Jenks. And that man, Jonathan Papelbon, is off to a good start, but he's a free agent after this season. So the Red Sox will have a decision to make on him. It's the old discussion about how important is a closer? And do you pay a free agent closer big money? Obviously, the best thing to do is develop your own. The A's have done that with Andrew Bailey. He's terrific. But if you're going to sign a free agent closer, it's going to cost you a lot of money. It's an expensive position.
That's why Mariano Rivera just keeps going strong. Soriano there, probably just a one-inning pitcher now. And he can just keep pitching, set the all-time saves record, and make a lot of money doing it.
Ace Baseball and Comcast Sportsnet California is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Cache Creek's showers of cash. Win $500 cash every hour from 2 p.m. until midnight. Visit cashcreek.com for more details. So Ellis strikes out, and Landon Powell will hit. The rain has stopped. Landon Powell had a real nice at bat in the 6th inning. Was down 0-2, fouled off a bunch of pitches, and ended up getting a walk. He's ended up loading the bases in that inning, but could not get a run home.
For Bobby Jenks, closer with the White Sox you mentioned, but now when you're in the setup role, you have the closer mentality that maybe pitching the 8th inning. But you also know that there's a guy named Jonathan Papelbon to back you up. That's the difference of being a closer or a setup guy.
Well, Jenks is only 30 years old. He's got some years left. Originally in the Anaheim Angels system, but was claimed off waivers by the White Sox in 2004, and then went on to become one of the better closers in the American League. He walks Powell with one out. So that's 5 walks issued by the Red Sox.
Now batting.
Fortunately for the A's, not one has scored yet.
So Andy LaRoche hits for the first time. Kuzminoff started, went 1 for 2, and then Jackson pinch hit for him in the 6th.
Connor Jackson has played third base for the A's this year. Thought when he did pinch hit for Kuz that he would stay in, play third.
Suzuki getting the day off. Willingham getting the day off today. Hit hard into left field, and that's a base hit. The A's trying to make some noise again. 2 on, 1 out, and Pennington will hit.
A good quick stroke by Andy LaRoche. Got out in front, found the 5.5 hole in between short and third, and again first and second. A's have left a few runners on base today.
I got 10.
Just going to say the same thing. And then 2 more this inning. Hopefully they're not left on, but so far that has been the tough thing for the A's, not to be able to come up with a big hit.
There's Papelbon. He will start to get loose. Pennington fouls a straight back. So the A's have 8 hits and the 5 walks they've received, so they've had plenty of base running. One pitch, breaking ball bounced over the mound. Scudero has it, flips, and the ball is not handled by Pedroia, and everybody's safe.
Another great play by Scudero. This time could have gotten out. Flipped the ball with his glove after diving to his left, and it is going to be a base hit. But Scudero almost robbed him. Pennington, the curveball over Jenks. Scudero just flipped the ball backhand with his glove. That would have been a tremendous play had Pedroia been able to hang on, but could not. The ball was away from him too far.
So again, the A's have the bases loaded, 1 out, down by 4, and Coco Crisp will hit.
Kurt Young was hoping he wouldn't have to make a trip to the mound today, but he does again with Bobby Jenks and the bases loaded.
Now batting, center fielder, number 4, Coco Crisp.
So Crisp will hit. Powell's at third, LaRoche at second, Pennington at first. So another chance for the A's to get back in the game. Strike call. Down around the knees.
Desperate as the Red Sox are for a road win, who knows what Terry Francona would do with Papelbon.
Good call.
Coco Crisp has had some opportunities today. Leadoff home run, but then the bases loaded. His last at bat almost hit a bases clearing double. So once again, bases loaded. 1 out this time.
Base hit right field. Powell comes in to score. They'll stop LaRoche at third, and it's 5-2. So Coco comes through this time.
And yes, it's a save situation. 1 out. I don't think that really bothers the Red Sox. It's whether they feel Bobby Jenks can get the out. Terry Francona's call. But Coco Crisp again finding the hole between first and second. And when you're down by 4, you don't want to take a chance, even though Mike Gallego very aggressive. The ball hit a little bit hard, and J.D. Drew has a very strong arm. So a big day for Coco Crisp.
So a couple of RBIs today for Crisp. He's got 6 on the air, and here's Barton.
Now hit a gapper, and it's a tie game with Coco at first.
Down and away to Barton, who is 0 for 3 with a walk. Outfield straight away. Another pitch outside. 2-0.
Derek Barton's eye, and as long as he waits, it's tough to really fool him, and he's taken some off-speed pitches today, almost like he knew they were coming. So good at bat. Will he get a fastball here from Jenks?
He did, and he had a good swing, and he fouled it back.
Well, that's when you have to be ultra aggressive. You know the situation, bases loaded. Jenks doesn't want to give up the hit, doesn't want to take it to 3-0. Brian Fuentes is warming up.
Swing and a bit big. Off-speed curveball.
Big swing, no contact.
Fouls it away, and the count stays 2-2. Papelbon has been throwing, so he's ready.
Well, Barton, actually Chris, Barton, De Jesus, Matsui, Sweeney, all lefties. First 5 in the batting order.
Another 2-2. Runners with their leads. Curveball, swing and a miss. Big breaker, and Barton missed it. 2 outs here in the 8th.
Well, he does have a good curveball, and there it is. And he wanted Jenks to face Barton, but he will not face De Jesus. And that's a good curveball to go to right field or left field, but I don't think Derek Barton was thinking about it.
So Papelbon comes in. The A's a run in, and the bases are loaded.
Is brought to you by Xfinity, TV, phone, and internet. Reinvented. And by Chevrolet. Go to ChevyBaseball.com to support youth baseball and help make a moment kids will never forget.
A's down by 3. The bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So the Red Sox, who are 0-7 on the road this year, they need a road win, and they bring in their closer, Jonathan Papelbon. So this is going to be a 4-out save if he can indeed do that. The A's are thinking otherwise. So Papelbon comes in. Bobby Jenks, not a good outing. Gives up 3 hits, a walk. Gets a couple of outs, both those strikeouts.
And the best pitch he threw today was the curveball. Derek Barton 2-2.
So here's DeJesus, 1 for 4. Papelbon kicks and throws, and it's inside. DeJesus, a single in the 5th inning. LaRoche at third, Pennington at second, Crisp at first. So good speed on the bases. Crisp is the tying run. Strike with a fastball right there, 93 miles an hour.
The A's have been looking for a big hit all day. You don't want to say 13 left on base after this inning. Rather clear the bases and not put the crooked number up in the LOB column.
Strike 2 on the outside corner. So a couple of fastballs, and DeJesus not able to pull the trigger.
Well, and I don't know if he's thinking another pitch, but a slider is the one that Papelbon has been working on the spring for this year. Good splitter, but 2 fastballs down the middle after missing with the first pitch fastball.
One, 2. Papelbon delivers. Fastball in on the hands, and DeJesus fouls it down the right field line. Papelbon struggled last year. His ERA was 3.90, which, when you look at his ERAs from years before that, 1.85, 0.92, 2.34, 1.85. I mean, we're talking about in the 2s or lower. So he did have 37 saves last year, 190 career saves. Swing and a miss. He went with the splitter, and he gets DeJesus, and the A's get 1, but they leave him loaded. 5-2 after 8.
suites include set food package featuring wings, sliders, hot dogs, popcorn, and beverages. All this for just $99 per person. For more information, call 510-638-GO-A's or visit oaklandathletics.com/mini suites. Probably a mini suite right there.
Top of the 9th inning. Crawford, Veritek, and Ellsbury against David Percy. Percy had a 3-up, 3-down 8th inning. Crawford 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Better swings today. He's hit a couple balls hard. The Tigers won that game up in Seattle 3-2 over the Mariners. Fastball up and in, and Crawford can't catch up. That's 11 strikeouts by A's pitchers today.
Check swing, that open stance, he closed it up, and fastball up and in. Kind of a, I don't want to swing, but maybe I should.
So Veritek will hit. Veritek is 0 for 3. Four games are final in the National League. Phillies beat Milwaukee 4-3. They salvaged the final game of that series. Washington beat St. Louis 8-6.
It's double
doubleheader. Yeah, that's right.
It's a tornado coming through St. Louis last night.
Huh.
The sirens went off. That means when it's on the ground.
Yeah, that's not good.
It means you run. If you have a basement, you go.
Reed Johnson hit a walk-off home run for the Cubs in the bottom of the 11th inning at Wrigley to beat the Padres 2-1. That's a doubleheader as well. So those two teams will add up and play again. Veritek swings and misses. Looking at some of the highlights from that game, it looked really cold in Chicago. I mean, you had people bundled up.
Well, the A's got out of town just in time.
I think so, yeah.
Number 2.
That was the weekend. The Angels were in town. Of course, they had a good series, but it was cold. They played all the games.
But I mean, you're talking, it looked like people were, I mean, it looked like they were at a Bears game. That's how they were bundled up. The Rockies beat up the Giants today. 10-2 was the final there. So they salvaged the final game of that 3-game series after the Giants won the first 2.
Ellsbury's got to be thinking, seeing nothing but lefties today. Got 3 strikeouts, all 3 called strikeouts. So he's up there swinging from the get-go, and now he's at 0-2 again.
He's been 0-2 since this morning, I think.
Oh, he's happy.
Pennington near the line. He's got it. So 6 up, 6 down for David Percy. We like this guy. Bottom of the 9th coming up. 5-2 Red Sox. Well, a little work to do for the A's. Bottom of the ninth, they trail 5-2. And it'll be Jonathan Papelbon on the mound. So Matsui, Sweeney, and Ellis for the A's. After Ellis, it would be Powell. So Papelbon came on in the 8th and struck out David DeJesus with the bases loaded. Matsui a single and a walk today. Got a good swing there. So join us tomorrow night from Seattle. It'll be Brandon McCarthy, Felix Hernandez. The game can be seen at Comcast Sportsnet Plus. Again, at CSN Plus, the Sharks will be on the main station, CSN California. Center field, and that's going to get down for a hit. And it bounces away from Ellsbury. He scrambles after it. So Hideki Matsui is 2 for 4 with a walk.
Right off the end of the bat again, but that gets the A's started. 13 left on base, and they have another runner on. Only the 3rd inning. The A's have a 0 in the left on base category as 1, 2, 3. Down 3 runs in the 9th inning. You don't want to take a chance. And I thought, actually, that Ellsbury might take a chance of trying to catch the ball since it was leading off. But, of course, keeps the double play in order.
Sweeney swings at the first pitch. So the A's now with 11 hits in the game. So they have had opportunities to score more than the 2 they have scored.
And that's the frustrating part, knowing that just a big hit here and there could have been a whole different game. And the fact that Red Sox have hit 3 home runs.
Veritek's been busy today as he blocks another ball. Ryan Sweeney is 1 for 4. He had a double in the 6th inning. He's also grounded out twice and hit a fly ball to center field. Gonzalez playing behind Matsui. It's inside. Outfield. Ellsbury, the center fielder, just a shade toward left center. Crawford shallow in left field. Sweeney pops it up. Scudero has it, and that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 9th.
It's that high fastball, 93 miles per hour. Very tough to get on top of. It's said so often, but it is a tough pitch when it has that kind of velocity.
Now batting, second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
So Mark Ellis will hit. 2 for 4 on the afternoon for Ellis. Single in the 2nd, double in the 4th for Ellis. In fact, the double in the 4th was his 200th career double. So that's a nice milestone. Breaking ball, and Ellis won it.
He's shaking his head. The fans are booing.
So Ellis behind in the count, 0-2. Just looking at Mark's total career hits, so he's closing in on 1,000. He's got 985 career hits, so 1,000's another very nice milestone. That hit him. It did. Yeah. Looks like he's okay, and that's a big base runner because the A's will get the tying run to the plate again.
Yeah. Well, the high fastball just kept running up and in. Francona going to the sunflower seeds. Left shoulder. Now turns away, but the left elbow.
Landon Powell.
And he'll take it. One for the team.
Well, whatever happens in this game, Ray, the A's are making the Red Sox work for a W. 2 on, 1 out for Powell.
A's were in Chicago, left 12 on. At Minnesota, left 11 on base. So they've been in double figures, but they're going to be there again today, but they don't want to really add to it. And this is the 8th inning. Again, there's a couple on.
Powell, good swing. Josh Willingham has come out into the on-deck circle. That's the Andy LaRoche spot.
And Brian Fuentes is up in the bullpen.
Brian Fuentes knows that bullpen mound better than anybody.
I asked him last night after the game, I said, how many pitches did you throw in the bullpen? He said, too many. But he said there were 2 outs and just wanted to make sure you stayed ready.
Good split finger by Papelbon.
He stayed ready.
Yes, he did. Second time he's been up today.
Just told Casey Chavez, that's enough. Now, let's throw one more.
So 1-2, Powell trying to stay alive. That's going to be a base hit right field. Ellsbury cuts it off. 1 run's going to score. No, he falls down. And now scrambling up is Matsui, and he does score. Matsui fell between third and home. Luckily, he had time to get up and finish the route and score, and it's 5-3.
Well, and Landon Powell does it again. Kurt Suzuki's going to run for him, but I'm surprised that Papelbon threw him a fastball down the middle. Not surprised that he hit it the way he did, but Ellsbury did a great job because really anybody else running, and Matsui, the wet turf, but he just kept going and was able to score. But by Ellsbury cutting off the ball, it cut Powell at first, and anybody else running, it would have been second and third with 1 out.
Willingham.
Meanwhile, Suzuki's going to run, but Landon Powell once again a great job coming through with a big hit.
So now the tying run is that man right there, Kurt Suzuki at first base.
Watch how quick Landon Powell is. Lifts the leg and then sees fastball. Boy, great head.
That's a beautiful swing.
Oh, that is a great swing. Hand-eye coordination, head down, and Landon Powell. A couple of walks, run scored, and an RBI.
Willingham swing and a miss on the fastball. So Ellis stopped at third. High fastball, swing and a miss. That one at 95. So Papelbon's been 92, 93 with his fastball, but reached back with that one. So Willingham down 0-2. Pennington in the on-deck circle. Willingham is the last position player the A's have. 0-2 pitch. Hopped up, middle of the diamond. Varitek comes out behind. It's going to be Gonzalez who calls off Varitek. So Willingham skied one straight up. So that's a big out for Papelbon.
Now batting.
And now Pennington will try to keep the inning rolling on. .23 pitches so far for Papelbon. Pennington is 1 for 4. Fastball, swing and a miss.
Well, Wednesday against another hard-throwing left-hander. Cliff Pennington with a base hit center field that would tie the game. And the A's would win. They scored 3 in the 9th, 3 in the 10th. Trying to come back again today.
Popped it up. Scudero. He's got it, and that's the ball game. So the A's keep it interesting right to the end. They score 1 in the 9th, but come up short. So the Red Sox with the win, and so each team wins a game in this short 2-game series. So the final score this afternoon from the Coliseum in front of 29,045. It's the Boston Red Sox 5 and the Oakland A's 3. But don't go away. A's post-game live with Jim Cosmore and Greg Cadaret starts right now.